Greetings viewers and welcome to an all-new episode of the OERLive Leaders Speak. Today we are here at the offices of Dhofar Insurance to sit down with Mr. Sunil Kohli,
Hi.
the Chief Executive Officer, who has graciously accepted and given us time to ask a few questions about the performance of your esteemed company, some of the growth patterns you've been seeing, and your digital transformation growth as well.
Sure.
So thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you for coming here and engaging with us.
So the year 2025 has been quite a strong year for you. It's looking in the green, but with double-digit growths in gross written premiums, what would you say were the key factors that drove this performance in such a competitive market?
See, you are right in saying that this Oman is a highly competitive market. Considering the size of the market, the number of insurance companies are quite significant, which definitely leads to highly competitive environment, which has pressure on the price of the products as well as the service offering to the customers. So with that in background, Dhofar Insurance was able to achieve good growth and significant profitability because of the customer centricity, our focus on the customers. At the same time, we also focused on the balancing of the portfolio, where we did not focus on a single line of business, but we spread our businesses into various lines so that there is almost equitable growth in various segments, which are motor, property and engineering, casualty line of business, as well as life insurance business. So with the focus and balanced portfolio, that led to profitability overall and growth as well.
Absolutely, and I want to come back to the suite of offerings that you currently have. But before that, I would like to ask you about your strong market share here in Oman. We've seen incredible growth, especially given how there is regulatory pressure as well on pricing. So how are you looking to and working on sustaining this leadership in the market, and how are you navigating the pricing pressures?
See, pricing pressure ultimately depends upon the service delivery which you give to the customers. So if customers are given the right service with good turnaround time and product offering, then even if you are slightly higher than the others, the customer still prefers due to the quality of service. So there we have to give credit to the customers, which they continue with us, even if in certain areas we may be slightly costlier, but they see value in the service which we provide and the fast claim service, which has been proven track record in the previous times. If I take you back to the catastrophes which have unfortunately happened in Oman in last few decades, like Gonu, Mekunu and other kind of cyclones, there Dhofar Insurance was in forefront to immediately go to the site, try to do the risk management and open our offices as soon as possible as allowed by the authorities, and then service the customers by paying the claims as fast as we can. So we have proven claim paying track record, which gives credibility in front of the customers and they see value in that.
And do you see legacy customers coming back, people you have served over the decades, still insuring with you?
Definitely, you are very right. And there are many customers who are with us since 30 years. So definitely a lot of legacy customers come and we thank them for their support all the time.
You know, one of these days I'd love to hear a lot about some of these customers who would like to be on camera as well. Probably just to hear their stories and also maybe narrate a few experiences. So just to take this back to profitability, and you've seen a noticeable jump in 2025, but how much of this would you attribute to your underwriting discipline and improved risk management along with stronger investment outcomes?
See, quite a significant part is from the underwriting discipline, because the profitability is definitely a function of the premium as well as the claims which you pay out plus the administrative costs which is there. So in simple language, you have to do as much business as you can. You have to reduce your administrative expenses, and then claims is definitely not in hands. It depends upon the frequency and severity of the incidents or unfortunate accidents. So that sum total of these, two are negative and one is positive. So that gives you the profit in the end. So what happens is that underwriting in simple language is choosing the kind of risk which you want to take. Ultimately, whether accident will happen or not, it is not in your hand, but your analytics will tell you that which line of business there is a less probability of loss, or the choice of the client or customer is better by your technical team. And with this, you are able to get a book where propensity of loss is less than what you expect, and then it leads to profitability. So that choice is done by the technical team, which is very significant, number one. Number two, investment income is also a significant part of any insurance industry, because insurance industry works by collecting the premiums and then investing those premiums in securities which are approved by the regulatory authorities, and then by that pool of money which is collected from various customers, we are then able to pay the claims of the clients where some claims have happened. So it's the simple fashion, it's like that. So if our underwriting discipline is good, and that underwriting discipline gives you the surplus money, net of claims, which you can invest and get return, and then sum total of the profit from underwriting plus the investment income gives you the profitability.
Brilliant. So you've also sort of highlighted the importance of portfolio diversification here. We are not talking about the investments alone, but also some of your suite of products that have actually been groundbreaking in Oman in a way. Because I've gone through your website and I noticed that you even offer cyber insurance and even beyond. So could you walk us through some of your new product lines or segments, and how are you looking to develop them in 2026?
Definitely. Thanks for asking this question, because product development is a very important part of insurance industry, and sometimes we lose sight of new products since we are into day-to-day activity of the run-of-the-mill or regular products which are going on, and we start focusing on the regular work, but we do not develop new products. But on these lines, Dhofar Insurance has done quite a bit research and also launched some very good products in the market where we are pioneer. Like, we were the first company to launch pay-as-you-use insurance for motor insurance. There it is defined that what is the minimum mileage the customer is proposing to use in a full year. And there are charts that if he does less mileage, then there are discounts in the next year renewals. So this is one of the features which helps the customer to pay optimum premium, and some car which is less used doesn't pay the same premium as the car which is used more. This was a very pioneering product which we launched in the market. Number two, we have also launched a motor product specifically for ladies, which covers certain risks which are quite significant for the ladies, like help to them when in case of any accident or tire puncture and those kind of times, somebody will come and help them and assist them in that. Coverage for their mobile phones, their bags and other accessories and other child's seats. Those kind of additional coverages are also there for this product, which is specifically targeted for ladies and supporting them, and it is called Laha. That is also, we are the only company which has launched this product specifically for ladies in the Omani market. At the same time, as you talked before, cyber insurance product for retail customers, we are the company which launched this product in Oman. Plus, we have also recognized that the life insurance, one part is the risk of life insurance, but at the same time, there is also a savings angle, which also is part of the life insurance piece. So there we have launched a endowment product for life insurance, where you buy the product and you can do a savings, and at the end of the tenure, you will get the money depending upon how the money is invested. So this is also a new product which we have launched in the market.
Wonderful. Now, digital transformation seems to be at the heart of your strategy. We first sat down to talk tech, I believe 5 years ago at one of our OERLive digital transformation summits, where you pointed out that you were looking into automating some of the claims process as well as renewal processes through channels such as WhatsApp. But of course, you've taken it way beyond that now. I'd like to hear what your strategy looks like right now. And there's a rollout of a new cloud-based financial system as well. I'd like to hear that.
Sure. Thanks for that. See, digital is something which you can never say that I have achieved what I wanted to achieve, or it has been done and it is the best in the market, because it's always changing, fast-moving environment where every day you are looking at new technology getting offered, and you always think that you are behind the curve. So you are always catching up with the new technology which is getting developed in the market, and you want to adopt as much as possible to give the best to your customers, reduce the TATs and improve the efficiencies part. And also the customer experience also has to be excellent. So all these areas have to be covered. With that in mind, we had in the past few years developed certain portals, apps, and which help the customer to get access to the policies and do a fast turnaround time to achieve the kind of result which they want. So that has been effort on the side to give good quality of service to customer, plus relationship with brokers, banks, associates, affinity channels. There also we have done the digital interface where these channels also can give the product delivery to the customers through the digital channels. So that is the other part. WhatsApp bot also we have launched where customer on WhatsApp they receive the quotations, or they can choose what kind of product they want, and then they can, once they choose, they receive quotation, and then they can pay through that WhatsApp link itself, and the policy also they will receive whether by email or WhatsApp as they choose. So this is another new pioneering thing which we have done. At the same time, we have also invested heavily into the technology. We are launching a new ERP system, which is the tier 1 ERP system, and for changing our core insurance product, and that will give the latest quality to us. And since your core is most important, if your core is of high quality, obviously your customer interface also will take the inputs and outputs from there, and that will give better quality of service to the customer as well. And as you talked before, cloud-based financial system, we have launched the financial system, which is the tier 1 financial system, and that also has been implemented and it's now stabilizing. So a lot of effort is being made on the digital space as well as modernization of the technological part of it.
No, this is great to hear, but I just want to build on this a little bit. And at what stage does efficiency get the better of you, right? That's one of the questions that we have to ask ourselves. Do you see this going into a co-pilot mode where something as unique as the pay as you go is always with you, observing as well as managing your risk as well as the client's risk? Do you think we might go that way?
See, definitely that is the right way where all stakeholders are getting addressed by the technology adoption, and in future it doesn't have to be something consciously which you are doing, but it should become part of your subconscious mind, and that should be the process which should be followed as something where you are not making an effort but it's happening automatically. So that is the mindset which we have to do in future so that it becomes part and parcel of your daily life.
Absolutely. And as the CEO of one of the biggest insurance companies in the country, I think you'll accept the fact that insurance penetration in Oman is still quite a challenging affair, and there is significant headroom for growth. You can attest to that, I'm sure, particularly in the medical insurance sector. Now, how are you positioning yourself to capture the audience and sort of educate them as well?
See, medical insurance is definitely a challenging part of it, where the whole industry is trying to increase the penetration as much as possible. But at the same time, we also have to understand that medical services are free for a significant part of the population of Oman. So definitely if something is provided by the government as a facility to the citizens, then definitely their thought of buying an insurance for that will not be as primary as something else. So they will spend their money on something else which they perceive more important than this, because they already have the free medical facilities provided by the government in a very nice way and with very high quality services also getting. So this we need to recognize at back of our mind when we talk about the medical insurance. So increase the penetration of medical insurance. I think regulator has been seized of the thought of making medical insurance compulsory for certain segments of society, and which the regulator is seized, and I hope that at opportune time regulator will do something about it, and then it will add to the penetration of medical insurance. But medical insurance is also to be backed by quality of service, because when somebody goes to an hospital, the person is already distressed, whether due to one's own condition or near and dear one's condition. So at that time, the quality of service should be such that the person doesn't get burdened by the process. So that we have to see. We not only have to look at the insurance and sales part, but we also have to consider the quality of service part, which is very significant, more so in medical insurance.
Absolutely. And how has Damani been received? We heard some statistics yesterday about a very successful rollout of the money. So what are your thoughts on this?
See, the money is a step in right direction, which is taken by a regulator, and they have done a commendable job in launching the money, which is a platform on which not only insurance company but also third-party administrator as well as hospitals and service providers are also part of it. So it is a platform where all are linked and seamless data flow is happening between various stakeholders. And at some point in time, even the knowledge sharing, information sharing also will come, and that will make this particular medical insurance book quite significant and more data driven than in the past.
Absolutely. And you see this coming up in the future?
Definitely. I'm very positive about it. Although anything you launch, it takes time to stabilize. You get some bugs, you try to improve those, but all is going in the right direction, which I think in near future it should stabilize and do much better.
This is great to hear. And we spoke about one of the business angles that we could have taken, but there is a very important angle, which is human capital. Now, how are you streamlining your current Omanization plans, and how has the training programs been?
See, board as well as management of the Dhofar Insurance are seized of this particular subject, and we are very much focused on training and development of our human resources. So for that, a training calendar and training program is designed from before the beginning of the year. Training need analysis is done for individual employees, and basis that training plan, training calendar is designed, and then the same is presented to the board and their approval is taken for the same. And I am very happy to share that more than 20 plus employees have cleared the certification in insurance from the British Institute of Insurance, which is called CII. Those kind of certification programs, diplomas, our employees have been able to clear in last few years. At the same time, other softer skills also we are providing training to our employees, how to handle the customer, plus other developmental and even simple programs like how to use Excel or use the macros, and those kind of things also we are helping our employees to gain knowledge to do their work better and also enhance themselves in a way which is helpful to the organization as well as themselves. So quite significant time is spent by HR department as well as the senior management team to work on the development and training of employees.
Absolutely. And are you also working on equipping them to be ready for AI and possibly even be utilizing AI already?
See, AI definitely it's a buzzword and it's a very, very key word today which is being talked about in many fora. But at the same time, we also have to look at the readiness of the database of any organization where the AI has to be used. So first, the fundamental database quality has to be brought to a very clean level, and then the AI can be put onto it to give you the desired results. So anything, if it is done garbage in, garbage out, as you are also a technology guy, unless the quality of data is good, the output also will not be good. So that is a significant part where all of us has to be conscious about when we talk about AI. So that is one thing which I want to stress about. Second thing is that training and handholding of AI part for our employees, that is under consideration, and we are talking to various aspects of it. And even recently the insurance seminar which was organized by OER, their AI part was there, and we had seconded many of our employees to attend those sessions to keep themselves abreast of the new developments in the AI. But at the same time, from the HR perspective, we will also in future do more such sessions for our employees to keep them knowledgeable about the use of AI in our part of the world.
That's great to hear as well. But now let's move from there to 2026, right? We spoke a lot about 2025, the year that went in the green for you. Now, from economic pressures to regulatory changes, the operating environment is quite dynamic. What key challenges do you foresee this year, and how are you prepared as a company and as an organization to foresee them?
See, this year, as everyone is aware, it's the external environments which are quite challenging today. Geopolitical situation is quite fluid. So this is having an impact on insurance industry as well as to many other industries, because insurance industry also has link with the business environment. as well as business transactions. So if there is an impact on the business environment, business transaction, that straight impact comes on to the insurance industry as well. For example, we insure ships and vessels for marine cargo insurance as well as the hull insurance. But if the ship movement is no longer happening for last so many months, straight away there will be an impact on the insurance part of it. And since ships are not moving, cargo is not getting transported, marine cargo insurance will not be taken since that particular transaction is not happening. Similarly, due to the current environment, many companies which may be going for the projects, they may be taking a step back and looking at the situation and waiting for the right time, stabilization, and then they will go for the project execution. So this will also lead to reduction in the project insurance which we will have. And if projects are not happening, then the operations will also not come for those projects. So operational insurance also will be affected. So plus, when people buy assets like cars or new houses, they do it when they are positive about the environment, whether financial as well as the geopolitical. So this situation, people will also delay their decisions to put cash into the buying of assets or cars and those kind of items. So which will also lead to reduction in insurance of those. So certain things which will happen, but it will be delayed. So we have to look at those challenges.
And how are the reinsurers responding to this?
See, reinsurers are obviously cautious and they want to understand the risks associated, and obviously due to the higher risks, the how to get the cover has become more complicated, more information is sought, price and cost of those products have also increased quite significantly.
Understood. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sunil Kohli, thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you very much for coming and having a nice interaction with us. Thank you very much.